Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to be exploring pharmacy technology as a potential career path for people with autism.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we're going to be unpacking a blog post called Understanding Autism and Pharmacy Technology, exploring the role of pharmacy technicians.
Okay.
And I think it's super cool because we're not just talking theory here,
Yeah.
we're looking at actual job options.
Right. It's all about giving you the knowledge to make informed choices.
Mhm.
We often think about autism in general terms, but this deep dive focuses on very specific career paths in the pharmacy world.
Exactly. And, this blog post really stresses the importance of understanding all the different roles within pharmacy tech. So why is that so important?
Well, just like any job, not all pharmacy technician roles are created equal. Each one comes with its own unique responsibilities and work environment. And it's crucial for individuals with ASD to understand these nuances because it helps them find the best fit for their skills and goals.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like finding the right puzzle piece. You have to see how everything fits together. So let's break down these different roles. Let's start with retail pharmacy technicians.
Okay.
What do they do?
Well, retail pharmacy techs are the ones you see every day at your local drugstore or a big chain pharmacy. They're on the front lines, interacting with customers, filling prescriptions, answering questions about medications, and even ringing you up.
Right. So it's a fast-paced, people-oriented environment. You've got to be comfortable with multitasking and interacting with a lot of people throughout the day.
Exactly. And that's a big pro for some people, all that direct interaction. But for someone with autism, this type of environment could also be a challenge. Imagine the constant noise, bright lights, and long lines. It can easily lead to sensory overload.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, for someone with sensory sensitivities,
Yeah.
a retail pharmacy could feel like a constant barrage of stimulation.
And remember, sensory overload isn't just about feeling overwhelmed. It can manifest in different ways, like difficulty concentrating, increased anxiety, or even physical discomfort.
So finding the right environment is crucial. What about hospital pharmacy technicians? Is that environment a bit different?
Absolutely. Hospital pharmacy techs work more behind the scenes, preparing and dispensing medications for patients who are admitted to the hospital. Think 5V medications, chemotherapy drugs, things that require a very high level of accuracy and precision.
Yeah, it sounds like a very detail-oriented role
Hmm.
with a lot of responsibility.
It is, and that's why attention to detail, a common strength in people with autism, can be such a valuable asset in this environment. Imagine having to measure out precise dosages of a powerful medication. There's no room for error.
That's a perfect example of how a characteristic that might be seen as a challenge in one setting can be a huge strength in another.
Exactly. And the structured routine of a hospital pharmacy, with its clear protocols and procedures, can be a great fit for some individuals with ASD who thrive in predictable environments.
It's like having a set of instructions to follow, a clear roadmap for each task.
Right. But of course, there are also challenges. Hospital pharmacies operate 24/7, so you might have to work nights, weekends, or holidays. That can be tough on anyone, but especially for someone with autism who might rely on a consistent routine for managing their well-being.
That makes sense. Flexibility and adaptability are important in any job, but even more so in a hospital setting where things can change quickly. So we've talked about retail and hospital pharmacy techs. What about compounding pharmacies? What makes them unique?
Compounding pharmacy techs are the artists of the pharmacy world. They create customized medications for patients with very specific needs. It's like having a personal chef for your medications. They tailor-make each prescription to fit the individual.
That's fascinating. I bet it requires a lot of creativity and problem-solving skills.
Absolutely. Compounding techs need to understand the chemical properties of different ingredients, adjust dosages, and sometimes even change the form of the medication, from a pill to a liquid, for example.
It sounds like a role where that intense focus on specific interests, often seen in autism, could be a huge advantage.
It definitely is. Imagine someone who's fascinated by chemistry, getting to apply their passion to create customized solutions for patients. That's powerful. And the methodical, detail-oriented nature of compounding work can be a great fit for individuals with ASD who thrive on precision and accuracy.
It's like a perfect storm of strengths aligning with the demands of the job. But what are some potential challenges in a compounding pharmacy setting?
Well, the risk of errors is very high. Even a tiny mistake in measurement or formulation can have serious consequences for the patient. So the pressure to be perfect every time can be overwhelming for anyone, but especially for individuals with autism who might already experience anxiety or perfectionism.
That makes sense. It's a role that requires a high level of concentration and meticulousness.
Yeah.
which could be both a strength and a challenge depending on the individual.
Exactly. It all comes back to self-awareness, understanding your strengths, limitations, and what kind of environment allows you to thrive.
So we've explored retail, hospital, and compounding pharmacy techs. That leaves us with one more type of role to explore clinical pharmacy technicians. What do they do?
Clinical pharmacy technicians work directly with patients and healthcare providers to manage medication therapies and ensure that patients understand their treatment plans. They're like the bridge between the pharmacy and the patient, explaining complex medical information in a clear and concise way.
That's so important. You want to make sure people understand their medications and feel empowered to ask questions.
Exactly. And because clinical pharmacy techs work directly with patients, strong communication skills are essential. They need to be able to explain things clearly and answer questions patiently, even when faced with social anxiety or communication challenges that some individuals with ASD might experience.
So it's a role where those social communication skills really come into play.
They do. And while some individuals with ASD might find direct patient interaction challenging, others might thrive in this role, especially if they have a passion for helping others and a strong desire to make a difference in people's lives.
It's amazing how diverse the world of pharmacy technology is. There really is a role for everyone, regardless of their strengths and challenges.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so important to explore all the options and find the best fit for your individual needs and aspirations.
Welcome back, everyone. Last time we explored the diverse roles within pharmacy technology, retail, hospital, compounding, and clinical.
Yeah, we saw how each environment offers, unique opportunities and challenges,
Yeah.
especially for individuals with autism.
Exactly. Now, I'm kind of curious to dive into the skills and qualities that make someone successful in these roles, particularly for people. Those strengths often associated with autism.
That's a great point. While every individual is unique, there are certain characteristics commonly seen in autism that can be incredibly valuable in pharmacy tech.
So it's not just about overcoming challenges, right? It's about recognizing and harnessing those unique abilities. What are some of those strengths?
Well, one that immediately comes to mind is attention to detail. Pharmacy technicians work with medications, which demands absolute precision and accuracy. Imagine preparing a chemotherapy compound. Every milligram matters. This is where the laser focus of someone with autism can be a superpower. They might spot a tiny error in measurement that others overlook, potentially preventing a serious medication error.
Wow, that's a powerful example.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely don't want any mistakes when you're dealing with potent medications. It's literally life-saving work.
Precisely. And this attentiveness isn't just about numbers and measurements. Individuals with autism often have a keen eye for patterns and inconsistencies, which can be incredibly useful in tasks like inventory management or quality control. They might notice a slight variation in the color or texture of a medication that could indicate a problem.
Oh, so they're like the quality assurance experts,
Yeah.
making sure everything meets the highest standards.
Yeah. Exactly. Another strength often associated with autism is a strong adherence to routines and procedures. Think about a hospital pharmacy. There are strict protocols and guidelines that must be followed meticulously to ensure patient safety. Individuals with autism often thrive in these structured environments with clear rules and expectations.
Yeah, it's like having a built-in internal compass guiding them to do things the right way every time.
That's a great way to put it. It's not just about being good at following rules. It's about having a deep understanding of why those rules are important and a natural inclination to stick to them.
Okay, so we've got attention to detail and adherence to routines. Two fantastic foundational skills for pharmacy tech. What else? What else is in this autism superpower toolkit?
Well, another valuable asset is a strong focus on specific interests. Individuals with autism often have deep passions for particular subjects, and this can translate into real expertise in certain areas of pharmacy technology.
Ah, so like if someone is fascinated by pharmacology or the chemical composition of drugs, they could really excel in a compounding pharmacy, right?
Exactly. That passion can fuel a deep dive into learning, leading to a level of knowledge and skill that's truly remarkable.
So it's not just about finding a job. It's about finding that intersection where passion and profession meet, where that hyper-focus becomes an asset.
Exactly. It's about finding that perfect niche where those natural inclinations can truly flourish. Now, while we're highlighting these strengths, it's also important to acknowledge that individuals with ASD might face certain challenges in the workplace.
Right, even though awareness is growing, some traditional work environments may not be the most accommodating. So what are some of those common challenges?
Well, social communication and sensory sensitivities are two big ones. While every individual's experience is unique, these are areas where workplaces haven't always been designed with neurodiversity in mind.
So what are some practical tips for individuals with ASD to navigate these challenges and thrive in a pharmacy tech career?
First and foremost, finding a supportive work environment is key. This means working with employers and colleagues who understand autism and are willing to make reasonable accommodations. It's about open communication and creating a culture of understanding and respect, where everyone feels valued and supported.
Yeah, it sounds like finding allies in the workplace is essential. People who are willing to work with you, not against you.
Absolutely. It's about building those relationships and having open conversations about your needs.
So what are some examples of accommodations that might be helpful for someone with ASD in a pharmacy setting?
Well, it really depends on the individual and the specific work environment. But some common ones include providing clear and concise written instructions, minimizing sensory overload, and allowing for breaks in a quiet space when needed.
So it's about creating a workspace that's tailored to the individual's sensory preferences and helps them manage those potential triggers.
Exactly. For example, if someone is sensitive to fluorescent lights, a simple adjustment like providing a desk lamp could make a huge difference in their ability to focus and stay comfortable throughout the day.
Yeah, those small changes can have a big impact. What about navigating those social communication challenges that are often part of a pharmacy tech job?
Well, one helpful strategy is to focus on developing clear and direct communication skills. This might involve practicing active listening, asking clarifying questions, and using visual aids like diagrams or written notes to enhance understanding.
It's about bridging that communication gap and making sure everyone is on the same page.
Right. It's also helpful to practice those potentially stressful social interactions in a safe environment. For example, role-playing common scenarios with a friend, family member, or therapist can help build confidence and reduce anxiety.
That's a great idea. It's like a dress rehearsal for those real-life interactions, allowing you to work through any potential awkwardness beforehand.
Exactly. And the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become. Remember, social communication is a skill that can be learned and improved just like any other.
That's so encouraging. It's about finding strategies that work for you, not trying to fit into a mold.
Absolutely. Now, while we're focusing on individual strategies, it's crucial to remember that creating inclusive workplaces is a shared responsibility.
Right. It's not just up to the individual with autism to adapt. Employers and colleagues play a crucial role too.
Exactly. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore the steps employers can take to foster a truly autism-friendly workplace. It's about creating a culture of understanding and acceptance where everyone can thrive and contribute their best.
I can't wait to dive into that. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back soon with more insights and actionable advice. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been exploring the world of pharmacy technology as a potential career path for individuals with autism. We've talked about the diverse roles, highlighted the strengths that people with ASD bring to the table, and even discussed some individual strategies for navigating workplace challenges.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up, I think it's really important to talk about the role of employers. What can they do to create a truly inclusive and supportive work environment for individuals with autism?
You're absolutely right. It is a shared responsibility. Creating an autism-friendly workplace isn't about checking off boxes. It's about fostering a culture of understanding, acceptance, and genuine support.
So it's not just about like making accommodations, right? It's about creating a welcoming and inclusive atmosphere from the get-go. So where do employers even begin?
Well, it all starts with education and awareness. Employers need to take the time to learn about autism, understanding its complexities and the diverse ways it can manifest. It's about recognizing that everyone on the spectrum is an individual with their own unique strengths, challenges, and needs.
Right. It's about moving beyond stereotypes and seeing the person, not just the diagnosis.
Exactly. And this awareness should extend beyond just management or HR. It's about creating a culture of inclusion where all employees, from colleagues to supervisors, understand and embrace neurodiversity. Imagine a workplace where everyone feels comfortable being themselves and differences are celebrated, not feared.
That sounds like a dream workplace.
Yeah.
So what are some concrete steps that employers can take to create this kind of environment?
Well, one key step is to ensure clear and concise communication. This means providing clear written instructions, minimizing jargon, and being upfront about workplace social norms and expectations.
I can see why that's so important for someone with autism who might interpret things literally or miss those subtle social cues that neurotypical people often take for granted.
Absolutely. It's about creating a level playing field and minimizing misunderstandings. Another important aspect is to be mindful of sensory sensitivities. This can involve simple adjustments, like providing access to a quiet space for breaks, minimizing unnecessary noise or visual distractions, or offering flexible lighting options.
So it's about creating a workspace that's tailored to individual sensory needs,
Yeah.
right? Recognizing that what works for one person might not work for another.
Precisely. These seemingly small changes can make a world of difference in an individual's ability to focus and thrive in the workplace.
It's amazing how a little bit of understanding of flexibility can go such a long way.
It really can. Now, beyond these practical steps, it's important to remember that creating a truly inclusive workplace is about more than just policies and procedures. It's about fostering a culture of empathy, respect, and genuine support.
So how can employers encourage that kind of positive culture?
One powerful way is to focus on an individual's strengths and talents, rather than solely on their challenges. Recognize and value the unique skills and perspectives that individuals with autism bring to the table. This creates a more productive and fulfilling work experience for everyone.
I love that. It's about shifting the focus from limitations to possibilities, right? Creating a workplace where everyone feels valued and empowered to contribute their best.
Exactly. It's about embracing the power of neurodiversity and recognizing that a diverse workforce is a stronger workforce.
It sounds like everyone benefits when employers create these kinds of inclusive environments.
They absolutely do. Individuals with autism gain meaningful employment and a sense of belonging, while employers gain talented and dedicated employees who bring fresh perspectives and skills to the team. It's a win-win situation.
Well, we certainly covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. We explored the world of pharmacy technology, focusing on its potential as a rewarding career path for individuals with autism.
Yeah, we examined the different roles within the field, highlighted the unique strengths often associated with autism, and discussed practical strategies for both individuals and employers to create a more inclusive and supportive work environment.
I hope our listeners feel inspired and empowered by all the information and insights we've shared. What resonated with you the most? What new perspectives did you gain?
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, knowledge is power, but it's only truly valuable when we share it and use it to create positive change in the world.
So keep those conversations going. Keep learning. And remember, whether you're an individual with autism exploring career options, an employer committed to building an inclusive workplace, or just someone who wants to understand neurodiversity better, there are resources available to support you on your journey. Don't be afraid to reach out, ask questions, and connect with others who share your passion for creating a more inclusive and welcoming world for everyone. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing.